in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideas. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the host and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, yo. Drinking my cup, got me seeing double. They don't love in these streets, nigga gotta hustle. I pull up in that 90 Chevy bubble. Had to sell it, take this trouble. I done learned how to work out on my own. The way that I am, I just blame on my phone. Young nigga not really home. My family done got it home. I used to work out the field. I used to play for the field. Niggas don't know what it is to be real. The fuck don't make it cheap, real. Nigga, we all know the deal. I told my mama I'm gonna be the one. Look at me now, nigga, up on the stage. Yo, I said I don't know I'm playing. Yo, I done took to the center with my face. I used to my face. All the money get made. I was trying to get straight. And now I me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. Me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. In my face. I see my face. All the money get made. I was trying to get straight. And now I me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. Me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. Let me talk low. Back up, I reminisce with it was. I never bang on my niggas in blood. And man, my dog in my motherfucking blood. But you would send me the meat on the run. Got a young nigga that's done. Looking at matches in Beverly Hills, but I still can't forget that I come from the slum. Seen my dog for 48. Ain't that shit all the game. Hands on me like all the same. You think he now all the way. I'm a bad bitch, got charged, baby. Got to pull up, she on the way. Nigga won't smoke, he on the way. So me and my dog going all the way. My face. Are you still my face? All the money get made. Oh, trying to get saved. And now I me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. Me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. Look at my face. Are you see my face? All the money get made. Oh, trying to get saved. And now I me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. Me and my dog going all the way. Like this shit up all the way. They know my direction. I know that I thought I was stupid at questions. I feel my shooter feel cool in a second. And myself, I feel cool in a session. Arrogant, I got the root of discretion. They heard about me, is the true on the legend. I'm meeting the kings and I'm true and I'm peasant. My nigga black and my Louis is red. Sleeping on me, I shoot you in your head. 30 will only put two in your head. You acting like Nico, I put you like Craig. I can surely eat you like an egg. Intention in game, I'm inflicting pain. My nigga got money, we dripping the same. Like I was saying, I think I'm like grateful. This is my city, I'm busting that door. Shit, I'm fucking the store. This nigga might feel like a crown, they digging it. Let off the rounds, I ripping your ligaments. All of that, I want to finish. Yo, my you can't finish your sentence. Cause everything when I come security, yo, I make you rewrite your material. Kill these niggas. Kill these niggas. Kill these niggas. Kill these gangs. Kill these lanes. Kill these niggas. Kill these niggas. Yeah, talk about money, you're making a lot. Got the whole swallow and pina colada. Talking the raw. Fuck with me, I get you all about tomorrow. Just like the shoes I got on, ain't got no legs. Hey man, this TV, your name is relations. Because if we do not tolerate bacon, they already hating. I'm after the garbage, don't for the taking. They have to ask my people to wait. Money on out, let me tap what you take. You think you do not do my qualifications. Salad depends on where in a real. Take out your money, it's already filled. Competition, they already killed. I have you looking at strawberry milk. Kill these niggas. Kill these niggas. Kill these niggas. Kill these niggas. Kill these guys. Kill these life. Kill these niggas. Kill these niggas. Competition, they already killed. I have you looking at strawberry milk. Kill these niggas. You've been waiting all day for this. Put it in your face, you can't resist. So then you wanna pay for it. Why you call me a little favorite? All right, good morning, you guys. I think I'm on everything now. I think we're ready to get this show started. Oh, make sure I toss that out. Do that right now. Oh, all these chords are so dangerous. See if I get me some fan basers today.
See, talking to you.
I just want to run my business and do relationship with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke. Tell my friend I'm about to blow, 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 about to blow.
Midwest Kids just released a collaboration with Hollister. It's amazing what's possible when everyone has a voice at the table, not just a seat. Seeing is believing. Head to Hollister.com to grab some exclusive merch from Midwest Kids.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Why y'all didn't tell me y'all couldn't hear the music? I'm just over here thumping and bumping, and the music, the cord wasn't plugged in, and the folks on YouTube didn't hear none of that good music. And I played that music on purpose because that boy was killing. He was like, "Kitties need, kitty need, like it was really wake uppy music, like get up out the bed. I might, you know what? Hold on, let me see if I can find that, just that part of it. Hold on, wait, let's see. My husband used to be like, "Shirley, why you wake up so crunk though? Like you wake up on 10, you gotta ease into the day." Because I wake up and I really am like this. Like once I'm up, I'm up. So good morning. How y'all doing out there this morning? I am your wake up call. I was trying to be here this morning at 7 a.m. I swear to God, I was up ready to go. But in Atlanta right now, it's a tsunami. Like the rain is rain today, okay? And this morning when it was time for me to get up to leave for the station, it just was raining way too hard for my tires. And I know where I buy my tires from, and I'm telling you right now, it's not the Michelin man, it's the African dude. And I wasn't about to allow myself to be on the freeway with them big ass trucks who don't give a damn. So you know, I made a intelligent decision to stay my ass in the bed for another 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and wait for this rain to subside. And I did the best thing. It was cool. So, saying all that to say, good morning. I'm your girl, Sunshine Rains, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your Hood Unicorn. I am here to give you some current events. I am here to motivate you, and I am here to kiki with you, okay? And that is exactly what we do each and every morning. And you are a good prostitute because you bring other people here so I can proselytize their mornings. That's right. I want them to wake up with us instead of those other people. And proselytize just means to convert, okay? It means to convert. So if you are a prostitute, you are a converter for me, okay? Yeah, you got it. Ba-da-ba-ah. All right, so we about to get this thing-a-langin'. I see my charger is not charging, and that sucks. Why is that not working? Boo. We're gonna get this thing started this morning. First of all, good morning, Rodney Watson. Good morning, Rodney Watson. Oh, it's this. That sucks. Okay. Ow, trash for you. Good morning, Miss Teacher Anitra. How you doing? It is so funny when I talk to her in real life, I really be calling her Teacher Anitra. And it's just like, it's because I'm so used to doing it here on online, and she's even changed her name. Like it don't even say Teacher Anitra anymore, but that used to be her screen name for so long that's just, my mouth is stuck, man. It's crazy how my mouth is stuck and can't say it any other way now, you know. Good morning. Hopefully you had a amazing weekend this weekend. I had some fun. So I went to Playlist Academy's graduation. And basically Playlist Academy is this really dope thing that they're doing out here in Atlanta, where they take artists and they teach them how to have stage presence. They teach them breath control, choreography. They teach them how to market themselves, how to protect themselves as artists. They basically do a artist boot camp. Like, think of Making the Band, except without Diddy being Diddy. Like, this is really cool. And so they do like 4 performances, and I started last performance. So they sold out all 4 performances, with the last one being 1,000 seats. They sold out 1,000 seats. So I was in the back, behind the scenes, and I was interviewing the artists as they were walking around and as they were coming up to perform. And it was really cool because I really feel like I met some people, or I was being able to connect with and talk to people that one day could be the next Kanye West, or could be the next Beyonce, or, you know, whomever. A couple of the artists really stood out to me, and they just were really shining, you know, like beam. You see that grit in them, you know what I mean? So shout out to them. It was really, really dope. I actually have one of the artist's music today, so we're going to be playing his music later on in the day, and that's really dope. He sent me one of the music videos. And if you want to see any of the interviews, I have not this weekend's performance interviews, but the first week that I went, I have those, and I've been uploading those to my website. So if you go to allhustlenofear.com, you can see those interviews, and they're really dope. The Playlist Academy interviews were really dope. So check those out. Check those out. Some really great talent out here, you guys. No, Anitra, you could keep it on this one. I just was saying, you know, it's fine. You're good. But no, I really enjoy interviewing. It's something, you know, real fun about seeing people and asking them questions, and just really catching them in that moment, you know, of excitement of either getting off stage or about to get on stage. It's really fun, and I would have never thought that this was something that I would be interested in, nor would I have thought it was something that I would be doing. But because of Kales and just the different rooms that I've been in and the different opportunities that I've said yes to, I've been very rich in being able to have new, exciting experiences. And I use the word rich on purpose because a lot of people are walking around here poor. And I don't mean poor as in financially, but I mean poor mentally. See, if you are consistently choosing to be poor, pass over opportunities regularly, then you will not be rich in experiences. See, things happen to you because of the things you allow to happen. And if you're constantly blocking your blessings, if you're constantly saying no because you can't see what the purpose is, then you're gonna miss out on things. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten something, or something has happened to me, or I've been privy to something, or I've gotten another opportunity because I just allowed myself to be open and not to be poor. I was in Rolling Out magazine last year because I was just very open, and I was like, hey, look, you guys, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit down at Reverb Hotel, and because it looks like their lobby is really cute, I'm gonna bring my camera and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna get some content. But if there's anybody out there who wants to network or come kick it with me, come through. I met this lady. She came through. I met this lady. We sat there. We talked. We work on our work. She's an entertainment lawyer. She does patents and copyrights and stuff like that, which is something I need right now anyway, right? And she was just talking to me and I was telling her my story and she was like, oh my God, actually I think it was Women's History Month now that I'm thinking about it. This was literally a year ago. And she was like, oh my God, I'm going to send you a link. I want you to fill all this stuff out and we'll put you in this, this piece on Rolling Out magazine. And that's how I got a feature in Rolling Out. So it's like not allowing yourself to experience life or do things because you don't know what you're going to get out of it. You're not always supposed to know. You're not always supposed to know. You're just supposed to put yourself in a place to allow yourself whatever opportunities to come to you. And if they don't come to you visibly, sometimes you can't see the opportunity. Sometimes the opportunity, it was just somebody seeing you. And you don't even know that they're seeing you because people are watching. People are watching. I have a theory that I live by as I leave my house. Like I leave my house feeling like the mic is always on. The mic it is always a hot mic. It's always a hot mic and it's always a hot camera. So you can never embarrass me or anything that I've done. I'm never going to be embarrassed for it because this is me living myself authentically. Now, whether or not you feel what I did was stupid or whatnot, or whether you want to judge me, bitch, you human too. I'm quite sure if we followed you around and took pictures of you or somebody caught you in a vulnerable state, there's going to be one that you're not as proud of as you are of others. But yet you are still human and you're still allowed to live your life. I think that's something that we've lost a little bit. We expect everybody to be perfect because we so used to life being a sitcom and it's not being any issues or like the falls. There comes the immediate laughter from the audience afterwards. I don't give a fuck that you laughing at me. This is not, my life is not a sitcom. My life is real life. And if you want to judge me based upon this small moment, this small window that you see, that is absolutely fine because I can do the exact same thing. And I'm quite sure there's some moments with your pants down. And that's why I just try to be mindful of it. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of the things that we talk about here, I choose very carefully what we talking about because some situations, it just don't make sense to be in it like that or to keep it going for so long. It just makes so good to me. And Natural Way 365, she said we are all perfectly imperfect, and that is a for real statement. We are. There's no perfection in any one of us at all, but we're walking around judging people because we expect them to be. How crazy is that? And I'm gonna tell you something that's even worse. You expect somebody to treat you perfectly, but yet you don't treat yourself the way that you expect someone else to treat you. I'll let that sink in for a second. I'll let you think about it. I give you a perfectly good example, and we use this one all the time. You don't talk sweet to yourself in your brain. Now, you won't allow another person to talk crazy to you, but in your head, you talk crazy to yourself. How is that? How is that? How is that you won't allow somebody else to do something to you, but you will do it to yourself? That's like stabbing yourself. That's like shooting yourself in the foot. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of in my life. See, that's what we not gonna do. I told y'all I'm working on my pussy fairy life, okay? I'm working on being sweet and soft and gentile and fragile. I'm working on talking to myself or talking about myself or how I respond for me in a certain way. Like this weekend, I lost my phone at Playlist Academy doing them interviews. But I didn't actually lose my phone. What really happened was I had put mushrooms on top of my sushi, and when it was time to go, I did the right thing. I cleaned up, I double checked, and I walked out. But I got hot after walking to my car. So I snatched my jacket off in the car and I threw it in the back seat, and my jacket had my phone in it. But I never was like, damn, Shawty, you dumb as fuck for losing your phone. I never did that. I never got mad or anything like that. What I just basically did was I recognized my pain, because I definitely was in pain, because the phone that I lost is my work phone, and it's the phone that all of the flyers are on. It's the phone that has the apps that aren't on my home phone or my regular phone. So I felt lost, and I allowed myself that grief to, feel pain and sadness from that. But I just did the things that I thought to do to make the most sense. I emailed Playlist Academy. I mean, not Playlist, but I emailed Center Stage to see if somebody would respond to the email that they found a phone. I contacted a couple of the artists that I had networked with, and they told me that security did find someone's phone. So I felt, hope that maybe this was mine. I went up to Center Stage, and the security was so dope about it. Like, they couldn't let me go backstage because there was already another concert going on, but they went backstage and they FaceTimed me on my on Instagram, and I said it like that on purpose because I don't want y'all to think I got an iPhone. But we screen timed on Instagram, and they showed me the area to see where I was or whatever, to see if I saw the phone, or I might have been able to show them the exact location, and I didn't see it. Now, all of this time, again, I never allowed my psyche to go negative. I just stayed like, okay, well, it might pop up. If it pops up, that's what's up. If it doesn't, it's cool too. I already have a system or what I can do to remedy the situation. I don't want to do it, but it's life, and life happens. And so let's just respond to the things that I can't control. I kept my shit in order. Do you know, I was sitting in the house and I thought about it, and I said, maybe I need to look in the back seat of the car, because I did not look in the back seat. I just looked in the front, and there was my jacket. And when I put my hands in the jacket, what did I find? I found my phone. Now, for somebody who listening, you might be like, okay, all of this to say you found the phone, you lost the phone that you didn't really lost. But that's not the lesson. The lesson is how I responded to myself. See, if somebody else would have lost my phone, you talk junk to them. If it would have been my child, or if it had been your child or whoever, you talk junk. I can't believe you lost the phone. See, that's because you ain't paying attention to shit. And some people talk to themselves like that as well. I can't believe you did that. I could have got really down on myself and been like, see, you up here being high and shit and doing stuff and not paying attention. But no, I know I was perfectly fine in that moment. I know that I took enough to be out. I know I did what I was supposed to do. I just also know that the box that I was sitting on was black, and my phone didn't have a cover on it, and my phone was black. And I know me, I would have flipped my phone upside down so that the light wasn't interfering with what we was doing and taping and stuff. So things happen. How you respond, how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself is a direct example of how you treat and how you talk to other people. Don't let nobody talk crazy to you, and don't you talk crazy to yourself. I know that's not what we started out with. We started out with poor, passing over opportunities regularly. I know that's what we started out with. And I know that I have monologued my way into something completely different. But somebody needed both of those words today. So, period. Okay? Somebody needed both of those words. And that's what I do this first beginning of the show, is I give you the word. And that was the word that I needed to give you. So there it is. Okay? Bam. Speaking of all of that, we're going to go to a quick break real quick. And we're going to play a quick song. When we get back from that break, it is Monday. And y'all already know we start Monday off by talking about who done lost their job. And let me just say, I know we talking about Monday, but Friday, Florida is all in the make it make sense on Florida. Florida is just killing me. I mean, every time I go to find some articles and current events to talk to y'all about, Florida never fails to cease to amaze me at what the F Florida. That's probably gonna be a new set. What the F Florida? What the fuck Florida? Because Florida be Floridaing. I swear to God it do. Anyways, today bro got fired. We got a cop that got fired out here in Atlanta. I know everybody been hearing about this with her nasty ass. Some referees are gonna get fired. And this news lady got fired for saying something. And me personally, as a black person, I don't understand why she got fired. I don't think she should have gotten fired. So we're going to talk about that later on in the day. For Boss Moves, we got a side hustle. Also, we've got a trans ban, and I know you're wondering, why is a trans ban under Boss Moves? We're going to talk about that. And hopefully my guest is in, because I want to talk about it with him big time. And if we have time, we're also going to talk about some black Barbie dolls, okay? This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. Here is some Les Riley, since we was talking about our mind and our mental. Here is some Free Your Mind right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
Paint your mind on a damaged canvas. Your heart is my main campus. Hey. I can't go on without you. Everything around me looks bland. I don't know, I'm scared of it. Stories whispering in the wind. I take from it as much as I can stomach. Remind yourself you're working for something. You wouldn't be doing this all for nothing. No, free your mind. Get high, get high, get high, get high, high, and vibrate, vibrate higher. Free your mind. Get high, high, and vibrate, vibrate higher. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. I don't wanna hear about what died inside the club. I just wanna know why it's so hard to show some love. Wonder if they know Baritone died of thug. Wonder if they know Jimi Hendrix died of drugs. Life ain't what it seems to be on TV all the time. Every song's a poem, doesn't always have to rhyme. Draw a bigger picture for coloring in the lines. It's important to paint your portrait before you die. Free your mind. Get high, get high, get high, get high, high, and vibrate. Free your mind. Get high, get high, get high, get high, high, and vibrate, vibrate higher. La 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 la. Free your mind. And vibrate, vibrate higher.
What's up? All my truckers out there, I need y'all to be tuned in to All Hustle, No Fear each and every morning. We will be in your ear, keeping you awake, making sure you don't roll over that slow ass car in front of you, or you get to your destination safely, okay? Make sure you tune in, leave them lot lizards alone, and listen to All Hustle, No Fear each and every morning for 7 to 10 a.m., waking you up in the best way. All you got to do is download Hits 92.3 ATL
Sales app in the iTunes store or the Android, Google Play, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Download it and listen. All of y'all CBD 492, Burger 495. Breaker 49, Breaker 49. We've got a hot body on the radio right now, sounding real good, giving us orgasms. Let us go ahead and tune in right now to Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Over and out.
Hey, yo, Ray, turn that up. Yes, sir. Slip it. Yeah, all that. Oh, just a little bit. Hey, yeah, hey, tryna move just a, hey, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Hey, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Hey, I got the tools, yeah, a little bit. Hey, yeah, move just a little bit. Hey, heard me beat down your block. Hey, pulling up with the block. Hey, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Hey, tryna move just a little bit. I'm no one's favorite, but they all know me, they all hate it. They don't love me, they don't think I never make it. I'm really gonna rap this time, I'm really gonna black this time, yeah. Give me that beat that's mine, I'm really gonna snap this time, yeah. I'ma kill half of you niggas with half of these lines for half of my verses. I'm only 6 bars in and all of my niggas preparing their hearses. These hoes be knowing these niggas is bitches like, man, they wearing their purses. When niggas is crying around somebody, I'm sorry, I can't disperse it. I'm not a holy man, Last time I show mercy, cause my 9 jam, Put that on my mama and my VA fam, I'ma give them hell until my time stamp, yeah. I'm tryna move just a little bit. Just got the pack, I dish it off like a tool. Yeah, Slick is not new to this. Know that I'm true to this. No, this not the movie. This is Tales from the 7 kid. Hey, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Hey, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Hey, I got the tools, yeah, a little bit. Hey, yeah, move just a little bit. Hey, heard me beat down your block. Hey, pulling up with the block. Hey, tryna move just a little bit. Hey, tryna move just a little bit. Every time I hit the studio, I make it hit, bruh. I really can't miss, bruh. I'm curry with the shits, bruh. Most you niggas watching me, I'm heavy as it gets, bruh. They gon' see my point if niggas cut me out the picture. Boy, I'm cemented. Nigga, I'm a fixture, and I'm demented. Yeah, you know the scripture. I'm repented. God made this a venture. I just pray my haters drop dead. That would be simpler. Said to say my mind gone, stuck in different time zones. I committing crimes, I might cut off both my iPhones. I told my hoes to get on this shit that I'm on. You can take the edge off, but always keep your grind on. Yeah, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Just got the pack, I dish it off like a tool. Yeah, Slick is not new to this. Know that I'm true to this. No, this not the movie. This is Tales from the 7 kid. Hey, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Hey, I'm tryna move just a little bit. Hey, I got the tools, yeah, a little bit. Hey, yeah, move just a little bit. Hey, heard me beat down your block. Hey, pulling up with the block. Hey, tryna move just a little bit. Hey, tryna move just a little bit. I'ma make moves until I'm all out of touch, yeah. See me with the crew, we gon' bubble till they bust, yeah. I don't plan to lose, nothing on my niggas clutch, yeah. I don't plan to lose, nothing on my niggas clutch, yeah. I'ma make these moves until I'm all out of touch, yeah. See me with the crew, we gon' bubble till they bust, yeah. I don't plan to lose, nothing on my niggas clutch, yeah. I don't plan to lose, nothing on my niggas clutch, yeah. You know what I mean?
We're live, y'all. Wake your ass up. It's time for All Hustle, No Fear. Go ahead and click the live and watch the behind the scenes or see the whole show the way it's supposed to go on YouTube or Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook at Hits 92.3 or watch us on YouTube at All Hustle, No Fear. But the best way to do it, baby, is to have me in your ear. So that's right. Download the Hits 92.3 app and listen in. We're about to get started from 7 to 10, Monday through Friday. Hey.
Hashtag that move just a little bit. I'm about to move just a little bit. Hey, that shit go hard. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I love it. So look, I know I'm supposed to be talking to y'all about what, who got fired, but I guess the Lord got me in my space and I'm in a real motivational moment right now. So I was just behind the scenes talking to TikTok, and I was really just continuing the conversation about how the way you talk to yourself is a direct reflection of what you're putting out. And so basically what I was saying to TikTok was, have you ever seen somebody that when they talk to you or when they go, when they're doing something, their response isn't necessarily the right response for what's going on? Like they be like, damn, I didn't mean to respond like that. I didn't mean to jump like that, but that was that kid in me that get hit. But they be like, I didn't mean to respond like that. I didn't mean to be so harsh or whatever. Like their first response is a snappy or anger, and they're always like that. That I guarantee you that person is talking to themselves like that. I don't want to let this go. I want y'all to really understand how serious it is that you learn to talk to yourself in a nice way. And how you're responding to other people, what you're doing is a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself and how you treating yourself. So pay attention to your kids. Watch them. Watch how they respond. If you got a child that's real snappy and snippy and just evil, they are talking bad to themselves in their head. And you got to jump in now and help them remedy that situation. So we've talked about imposter syndrome, and we've talked about how I've named my imposter syndrome. And yes, I gave my imposter syndrome a name that I absolutely I don't like this name. If this is your name, I am sorry. Nothing against you. This just for me, I don't know why. Maybe it was my bully in my past life or something, but this name is just triggering to me. So I named my imposter syndrome Rochelle. Everybody that's been on here for a while, y'all been on here for a while. So we not talking about nothing that y'all don't already know. But for the new people, I'm giving you a little bit of explanation. I've got a couple of mentors. One of my mentors be on here. His name is Big Red Leads. Another one, you met her on the 500th episode, is Madonna Marie. And both of my mentors have been chiseling away at Rochelle and trying to explain to her that my prices are too low. And looking at my website this week and going over my website with my website developer, Captain Krim, make sure y'all check him out. He made my website awesome. If you Google me, I come up before Walmart. Google Hood Unicorn and see if I don't come up. First. So anyways, we were going over my website and just talking about some different things that we wanted to change up and how we wanted to make it better and stuff. And I'm looking at my prices for my advertising, and I realized that the way that I set up my price structure and the price, not just the prices, but the price structure was Rochelle talking. It was Rochelle putting that in there like that because she didn't feel as if somebody would want to advertise with me per month. So she put in contingencies to say, well, if you don't want to advertise with me 5 days a week, then maybe you'll advertise with me 3 days a week. Or maybe you'll just advertise with me 2 days a week. So let me give you some prices for that. That was Rochelle talking. That was not me. Okay? So then I looked at the actual prices of what I'm doing. And I started doing math and math into math. And I said, okay, so if I was a consumer and I wanted this product, would I really believe that this product is worth what I'm getting because the price is so low? I don't think I would trust that, right? So now again, I've realized that Rochelle was taken over and not me. This was not me. I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm offering you guys. I know what the communal standard is, right? I'm about to hit up Krim and be like, we got to redo this whole section because all of this was done by Rochelle and it wasn't done by Sunshine. It wasn't done in an all hustle, no fear manner. It was done with fear in mind and contingencies and plan Bs. See, my plan B is to make plan A work. There is no plan B. There is no fallback. I mean, it is because, I'm a hairstylist and I always will have my license, but that's not what I'm talking about. There is no plan B. Plan B is to refer to plan A. So saying all that to say, this show isn't just here to motivate y'all, to help make y'all better people, entrepreneurs, parents, societal figures and members. This ain't just for y'all. This show is for me too. I'm ministering to myself. My test is my testimony. And I'm not just here just to blow smoke up your ass in the morning. I'm a prostitute. I am trying to proselytize to you. I'm trying to convert you. To proselytize means to convert. If the first thing that you wake up to in the morning makes your rest of your day, if what you put in your head in the morning stays with you more than anything else that you consume throughout the day, then let what you consume be something positive. Let what you consume be something that's worth your time, that's worth your measure, your person, and like who you're trying to be. You can go listen to that bald head dude and that light skinned dude, but really, are they always going to give you something that you can take away? Is that their core message? Is that their ethos? Because my ethos is to add value. And if you don't know what an ethos is, God damn it, I need y'all to start looking up some words. But here on All Hustle, No Fear, our core value, the very essence of what I'm trying to do, why I wake up every morning, why I'm on 10, why I have the consistency that I have, is because my core value, my core essence is to add value. So yes, I am about to sit up here and talk about who lost their job, but something was sitting on me that said I had to finish giving y'all this word and I had to be transparent about it too. I'm telling you right now, please, if you want the discounted rate, go get it right now, because I'm about to write down on my notepad that I have until the 30th to change my prices. Remember when I told y'all have y'all little note cards and write down what you want to do for today? I got an email that's supposed to be going out today. I got 5 different people that I want to hit up because I want them on my show. And now I want to make sure I change my prices. And that's just being honest with you. And don't be afraid as an entrepreneur when you realize that to do that. F them. These people ain't paying your bills if they not buying anything. And if you working harder than you have to work to get what you need, they still not paying your bills. So don't be afraid to change your price to what you believe it's supposed to be. Don't be no asshole though. And I'm talking to all y'all hairstylists out here who ain't washing people's hair, who ain't conditioning and clipping their ends, and you charging them $600 to do something and you're not giving them the whole service. Now y'all can kiss my ass. And that's from a hairstylist that's come from hairstylists. Like I grew up in Edinburgh. Like, what? The shampoo is the most important part. People will come and get their hair done by you if you can't style hair, but you can shampoo and you can grow it. Y'all don't have growing fingers no more, and this is ridiculous. I got to do somebody's hair tomorrow. Like, stop playing with me. But anyways, all that to say, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to look your imposter syndrome dead in its face, give it a name, and go toe-to-toe with it. And when you do go toe-to-toe with your imposter syndrome, do not be afraid to stand in your realness, because somebody is going to try you. That's the whole point. Somebody gonna be, as soon as I change these prices, somebody gonna hit me with them prices is high, shouting. Or them why did you raise your prices? I remember when they were lower. I want to get in at the lower price. You should have got in at the lower price. Birdman, yesterday's price is not today's price, shouty. If you didn't get in when you saw it and you waited thinking it was gonna stay, well, that's your own fault. Them prices was the prices before I had hit 500 episodes. How about that? Toot your own horn. When somebody gives you your roses, stop cutting the heads off of your roses and give your roses roots. Make them grow. Somebody tell you dope and you try to tell them all the reasons why you not. Why are you cutting the roses at the stem? Stop cutting the heads off of them. Let them bitches bloom and smell your roses. You tell me I'm dope and I'm going to tell you I concur. I woke up this morning knowing I was dope too. Thank you for understanding and realizing. So, just that's what's up. That was my morning. I'm sorry. My morning motivation was a little bit longer than than I intended. But sometimes I gotta flex my motivational chest because I told y'all I'm a motivational speaker. I just ain't on the platform that I want to be on yet. Oh, I reached 35,000 worldwide right here on Hits. Oh, please believe that. Somebody in Australia just got this word. Somebody in Brazil just got this word. Somebody in Montreal just got this word. And I'm not just calling those places out just because. I'm calling those places out because that's what my demographic shows. That I got people in Ghana listening right now that love my show. And I appreciate that. But I'm supposed to be on like a stage with people in the audience and looking down, and they pay $1,000 a ticket to hear what I gotta say. That's what God has told me. That I'm supposed to leave my footprints in gold, in platinum. I will not leave my footprints in the sand. Like when I leave, y'all still gonna be talking about me. When I'm on a different plane, a different atmosphere, a different world, whatever happened after I get rid of this vessel, y'all still gonna be talking about me here. Please believe that. Please believe that. Okay? And don't wear black to my funeral. Wear purple and smoke a blunt. I swear to God, it better be smoky as hell at my funeral. I'm for real. Don't play with me. I don't want no sad music. Y'all better play all my favorite songs. I'm just saying. Anyways, we got some comments in the comment section. Somebody said, what are you selling? Baby, I'm selling happiness. I'm selling motivation, and I'm giving it away free. But I do advertising in between of this selling. So if you would like to pay for advertising, then that's what I'm selling. What's up? Okay. What are you talking, honey? New York is on the check-in. Listen, and be here on time. You'll understand what's going on. Let's see over here in the comment section over here. My mom is here. She said, good morning, sunshine. Bowman Lee said imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is where you don't believe that you are who or what you are. You don't believe that you are deserving of the accolades or the position or whatever. Imposter syndrome is that part of you that allows fear to talk you out of greatness. And so here on All Hustle, No Fear, we say that if we recognize our imposter syndrome, then to fight it, we have to give it a name. See, I'm sunshine. When I walk out my house, baby, I'm sunshine. And when I tell you I'm sunshine, a lot of times the response that I get is, I can see why that's your name. Yeah, I know, because I admit that I give off who I am. But inside of me, there is this little small, tiny rat person that I named Rochelle, that every once in a while, her voice can be very loud. And she prevents me from doing things that I know I can do. Now on you, Rochelle might be Tanya or Kim or Sam or Robert or whatever name you name him. Or her. And it could be big or small. Mine is small, but the voice can be very loud sometimes. And I have to fight Rochelle. Maybe not every day, but when I see her, I know that this is something that I want to go toe to toe with. I don't back down from a fight with Rochelle because I know that if I back down, then I'm not allowing myself to truly be sunshine. I'm not allowing myself to shine. I'm allowing my fear to win over. And I can't allow that. I can't let that happen, because then I'm being poor and I'm passing over opportunities regularly. I can't let that win. So I fight Rochelle tooth and nail. I fight Rochelle, and I fight Rochelle dirty. But the one thing I don't do is I don't talk bad to her, because Rochelle is still a part of me. So I still talk nice to myself. I still allow myself grace and humility. But, oh, baby, if you gonna step up, Rochelle, I'm gonna fight you down, because I gotta win. There's no plan B. There's only plan A. All right. So that was a word for somebody. Okay. There's your word. There's your word. Let's see. Teacher Anitra said, we don't like Rochelle. And my mom said prayer in the morning is positive. She also says most business is changing their prices at the end of the month. My AC man said his prices change at the end of the month. Hey, but do you know why? Because AC is about to be needed a whole lot more than is needed in the wintertime. And I'm okay with that. My wintertime interview prices, I do bring those down. But when the summertime come, everybody outside. So the price go up in the summertime. You doggone right. Natural Way 365 said, preach to me, add some value. After the 30th, there will be a charge for all consultations. No more free consultations. That's what I'm talking about, friend. Your time is money. Your time is worthy of being paid for. You know what I'm saying? Hookers don't let you talk to them for free. And you ain't I'm not saying you better than a hooker, because you know hookers is good peoples too. I'm just saying, you know, you giving out something more than just cookies. All right, here we go. Let's see who got fired. Let's get this thing started. We start right here in Atlanta. Yo, Atlanta is tripping. Fulton County got folks doing the strangest things for change, okay? So listen to this. Fulton County detention officer was fired and arrested after lewd acts with the inmate. A former detention officer with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office is now facing more than a dozen charges after she was accused of improper sexual behavior with the inmate. Kawana Jenkins, 36, was fired and arrested after video surfaced of her engaging in explicit acts with an inmate on a contraband cell phone. So she let somebody use a booty phone. That's how you get that phone in there. You gotta and tuck it, right? You got to get that in there, right? So she let somebody use a booty phone to record her doing some booty stuff. Hold on, let's see. Jenkins has been charged with 2 counts of improper sexual conduct by an employee or agent, 5 counts of violation of oath by a public officer, 2 counts of reckless conduct, 2 counts of cruelty to inmates. What? And 1 count of giving an inmate a prohibited item without authorization. Jenkins had been employed in the Fulton County Sheriff's Office since December of 2019. Okay, well, now you used to be employed there. Now you're a resident. Channel 2's Aubrey Washington was at Fulton County Jail on Wednesday, where Jenkins was booked lightly by her former co-workers. This ain't funny, but it's funny because it's like you literally see where you don't want to be. Like, you know what jail is all about, and you still break the law and end up where? In jail. Like, them same people you was talking shit to is about to go ahead and do you in, shouted. Like, I hope they put her in protective custody. They got to, right? Like, they gotta put her in protective custody, right? In the video, you see Jenkins in uniform sitting in a chair when a man's fingers appear. She later stimulates a sexual act on the man's fingers before the end. So basically, she was sucking on that man's fingers. Just sitting on there, sucking on this man's dirty ass fingers. And you know they was dirty. Ain't no way this man had no good antibacterial soap to wash his hands with every couple minutes. Oh man. On Wednesday, Washington went to the Alpharetta address links listed for Jenkins. The woman who answered the door was Jenkins' mother, and her mother said, "I have no comment." And because what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Yes, I seen my baby. Yes, she was out there doing nasty shit to nasty niggas. What do you want this mama to say? Because she ain't about to say nothing positive. As sheriff of Fulton County, I'm committed to transparency and holding each other and each and every employee accountable to the oath that they have taken to protect and serve in our community, said Fulton County Patrick Labatt. The actions of this one individual are certainly not a reflection of the men and women of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office and the vast majority of employees that are to be commended for their integrity, commitment to service, and the work they do day in and day out. Baby, this is the most. This is the most. I'm not getting arrested by my coworkers. I'm just not. I'm not about to allow y'all. No, What you think about this? Natural Way said, nope. They gonna make an example out of her. They was already making an example out of her. You ain't see what they said she was doing? They was exempling her. Okay, trust and believe. And that's why, what was that artist? It was an artist that just got out of jail, and everybody was like, ain't you happy to be out of jail so you can have some sex now? And he was like, shit, I think it was Bobby Schmurder or somebody like that. He was like, shit, we was having sex in jail. And everybody thought he meant that he was having sex with boys. But this what he meant. He meant he was out there somebody was sucking on his fingers. That's what he meant. That's what the hell he meant. Y'all, my guest is in the building. I'm about to fix the camera real quick while he say hi. Hold on, let me fix the camera so y'all can see him good. Say hi to the people.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yes.
What's going on,
in the building with me, I have King from the Royal Couch Radio. All this week, I am doing Hits Week. So all of my co-hosts today, or my guest co-host today, will be someone who has a show on Hits 92.3. What's really cool about this, and we set this up perfectly, is King comes on directly after me on Monday. So after All Hustle No Fear, you stay tuned and you get the Royal Couch Radio with King and with Extra. Yeah. And you will have a ball. They have an amazing show because King is such an amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
King, did you see the video of the lady sucking on the fingers?
I did see the video of the lady sucking. Let me tell you something. People will get off the way they need to get off.
Hey, and when. Not just the way, but when they need to get off. Because you couldn't have waited to get home?
Not at all. And you know what? I could understand the arousement you may get from like the thug appeal.
The jailman, you know what
I mean?
They be in jail just doing sit-ups and push-ups and abs and shit. He probably will whore, real whore body.
Had to be. It better be.
Because you just lost your whole world. Like, some of the charges sound crazy though. Like, one of the charges is cruelty to inmates. That don't sound like a cruelty charge.
No, that definitely doesn't.
Cruelty charge. Y'all just trying to be funny now. Like, oh, y'all trying to be funny.
I mean, I could see with the contraband, the phone contraband, right. You know, I could see things phone. Like that. And you know, in the blue collar world, if you know, it's an HR problem, you know, I mean, to date your colleague or like, you know, authority to kind of entry level type of position, you know, you're not really allowed to do it. So I could kind of understand, but I also do understand that it's probably the video going viral that really, really warranted the fire.
She looked like she was on some kind of drug or not on a drug that she needed to be on. You know what I'm saying?
No, she
either looked like she was off her meds or on somebody else's
I hate
meds.
To judge, right? Especially my black queens. I do. But you're right. visually looking at the video.
Her eyes.
You look off, honey.
Her eyes.
It's like, girl, you kind of. It's like if I knew her, I would be like, okay, girl, I'm not surprised.
Her mama said no comment.
I am not surprised. Yeah, her mama, she know her daughter.
Her mama was straight like no comment.
She know her daughter.
So this is the next one, and I wanted to talk about this one because we're in radio. We're in, my dad was a newscaster for my whole adolescent life. I could really turn on the news and see my dad, on TV talking about what was going on. So it's real cool that I get to do this now, right? Did you hear about the news anchor that was fired for saying the N-word, supposedly? But she was talking about Snoop Dogg.
Oh, the fascism. Yes.
So, okay, before I talk about this, I'm just going to put this out here. I have always wanted to be on a jury. And the reason why is because I feel like it's some ways that some people should have gotten off that I probably would have been there to help them get off. If this would have been for a jury of your peers, I would have let this lady off. No problem. I would have let her off, no problem. Because if she would have told me, all she would have had to say was, I didn't know that nizzle meant nigga. And I would have absolutely believed her. Absolutely. Because why would she?
And
because why would she? Snoop Dogg is not this lady's demographic. And she's probably heard that on regular TV.
Exactly. Everyone, first off, it's the network going to the extreme, because me as a consumer didn't even pay attention to like the fact that y'all highlighted it made it what it was.
Exactly. So this is what happened. Her name is Barbie Bassett, a morning news anchor in Mississippi, has been fired after using a popular phrase coined by Snoop Dogg on air. Bassett has not returned to the anchor desk at the affiliate WL March 8th broadcast, and her name. Oh no, you don't make a commercial that makes noise on my show. Shut up. Y'all. Okay. Sorry. Bassett has not returned to the anchor desk at NBC affiliate WLBT since the March 8th broadcast, and her name no longer appears on the station's website as a member of the news team. The incident occurred during a discussion about Snoop Dogg's latest addition to his Cali wine. So what did Barbie Bassett say? She said, "Folks shizzle my nizzle," when the idea of Snoop Dogg collaboration with the newsroom journalist was raised. Nizzle is slang for the N-word, and Bassett, who is white, was criticized for using it. Ted Fortenberry, the station's regional vice president and general manager, declined to comment on the matter, but it seems she has been moved off screen. Y'all.
That's sad.
This is so sad. And even if I was her, I wouldn't apologize. Because I promise you, the first thing out my mouth would be, I did not know that nizzle was anything else other than nizzle. You know what I'm saying?
It's really not that serious.
It's not that serious.
It's really not that serious.
Her job back.
Yeah, not for her to lose her job. Like, what she thought, honestly, in her mind frame, she thought that she was being current. Mm-hmm. She thought she was being, and that shows you how, that older, when you call Facebook, the Facebook. It's one of those older things that she's so out of tune, but trying to be in tune to relate with the culture, that she even said something that was so outdated. Like, right. We don't even say that. You know what I'm saying? But she was just trying to be cool and be hip with it. And honestly, I thought, me personally, it made me feel more invited, more related to her. Honestly, I was like, oh, that was cute for little.
Cute white lady.
That was cute white lady.
You know what I'm saying? You did that. Okay.
I don't know why all white ladies are Nancy to me, so I call all white ladies Nancy. Oh, that's cute, Nancy.
It's sharing for me. They're awesome.
Nancy just wants to come up for my mouth.
Whenever I think about working in the office and somebody ate my lunch, it was Sharon. Sharon ate my lunch, didn't she? I don't know why.
I even got a comment, like, the way she said it was like, yeah, I love Snoop. Like, it was like, as a reference.
Like, nizzle? Like, she was just so cute with it. I don't understand. No, I say get this lady her job back. And Natural Way 365 said, nope, they gonna make an example out of her. And that's and you know what this is though? This is the extremity of cancel culture, because you're so afraid that cancel culture is going to come and cancel you before you get a chance to fix or address it, that you just go off and cancel it before they even get a chance.
But you know what? I call cancel culture really, you're really just sensitive. This cancel culture is really sensitive because, it's what are we canceling for? There's so much evil, nasty, disgusting things out there that we bypass and overlook. Yet we get to Nancy and Sharon talking about fascism on Nizzo, and we want to get her off air. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's her career. She has a family. There's just so much, like, and it's not easy just to go and get an anchor job. No. If she get another anchor job, I can almost guarantee you she gonna move out of state. She gonna have to she gonna send her reels in, her one cards and everything like that. And then she gonna end up, she in Mississippi now, she gonna end up in Arizona. What's sad is that this is gonna follow her for the rest of her career. Like honest, that is what's sad for Shizzo Manizzo. That's exactly what's going to happen. And what's so even more sad about this is she's canceled and nobody know about who she was before this viral moment. Right. Absolutely. So we're canceling just any and everybody. Just any and everybody lose that. They starting to cancel Jonathan, big thick swole dude. Jonathan, what's his last name? Oh, the one that be dancing? No, they need to cancel him. I'm so tired of him dancing. Buddy, I'm trying to eat. I do not need your boo-boo balls running around. He's so big. Dancing. Like, get your big ass down somewhere. No, I'm talking about old boy from Creed. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, because they said he choked out a white girl. Yeah, I did see that. We don't know what happened yet. What happened to guilty, innocent until proven guilty? Well, like I speak on my show, remember, men always get once a man is accused of something, it's just automatically just that. Black man, especially a black man, because we're not still talking about Ben Roethlisberger and what he was doing down in Athens. Jonathan Myers. Okay, but we're not still talking about Ben Roethlisberger and what he was doing down in Athens. Y'all don't talk about that though, huh? I got a comment saying that she said she lied. They said that she lied. I bet she did. I mean, he's at the height of his career. He's already lost a couple of endorsements. The Army done took him off their endorsement thing, and he got people tweeting talking about he a bad person. And that's the thing. Once you're labeled, that's the thing. It doesn't matter what what's true or not. It's once you're labeled, that's it. You're labeled. She already Emmett Tilled him. She already Emmett Tilled him. I got a comment saying, but there's a lot of people saying that he beat her prior though. Where that come? Why y'all ain't said it before? Right before, right? Why is that? It's always. What y'all gonna say when I get to my career? Oh, say you can't say nothing about me. I have no problem. I want a girl to come up and say that I did something, girl. And you liked it. What? I did graduate grade, and you liked it. You giggled. You smirked a little something. Okay, see, teacher Anitra, right there. That's a prime example why I said don't you laugh if somebody do some shit that you don't like. Because what's the first thing I'm going to say? You giggled? You giggled? She liked it. She giggled. And look, I'm a gay man, so you definitely consented. Because, bitch, if anything, I'm the one that was violated. You wanted this. You definitely wanted this. So, here's our last bride got fired. They about to fire all the referees. Foot Locker said they gonna close 400 mall stores. Not all the referees. Yo, all the refs is getting fired, man. So Foot Locker CEO Mary Dillon on Monday outlined a new long-term strategy to grow the business as the retailer supported the sales decline of 3% in the fourth quarter. The lace-up strategy includes efforts to simplify the business and shutter underperforming banners and stores. As a result, the retailer will close approximately 400 stores by 2026, including 2 locations in C and D malls
and 200 underperforming stores in A and B malls.
I didn't know malls went by letter codes, but
so I used to work at the mall. I used to work at at different Simon malls, and I understand what she's saying. Lenox would be an A or a B mall.
Yeah, like the more popular.
What is it? Perimeter Mall would be an A mall, and so would Mall of Georgia, and so would what is that right next to Lenox? Phipps. Phillips, what's that?
Oh, that Phillips, that very expensive. Yeah, that's definitely
an A mall, right? A C and a D mall. I think a D mall would be Greenbrier.
Okay.
And a C mall would be Greenbrier.
All right, South Lake.
And South Lake. A D mall would be North DeKalb and West End.
Gotcha.
That's how I would rate
that
those
makes
malls.
Sense.
That makes sense?
That makes sense.
So, on the funny end of it, though, I can almost guarantee you that Foot Locker inside of West End would not close. But the Foot Locker inside of Greenbrier might.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I used to work at the mall as well when I was younger.
Little young hot thought.
Definitely. I used to love my mall jobs, yo. No shade. It's like your co-workers are like everybody.
I had some fun in the mall.
I had some fun.
I've worked in a couple of different stores in the mall.
No shade.
Yeah.
No shade. You definitely bounce around.
Yeah.
But Foot Locker, I think I've always said that, you know, I mean, a lot of these franchises have so many different competitions, you know, Foot Action, Foot Locker, you got all these different things that.
But they're all the same store.
They sell the same
and they sell the same thing.
And really, these from working at the mall, I know these stores are really only making money during drops.
Mm-hmm.
So and now every store has these drops.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense for them not to. I mean, really, especially in today's climate where everything's so virtual, everybody's buying online. It's more fashion friendly as far as getting from designers and customs.
And not only that, but it's not like remember when we was young and you had to have on name brand.
No, you had to. Yes, you're right.
You had to.
Like, no, it was a must. The kids got it easy today.
Yeah. And I hear some parents being like, nah, I gotta buy them these kind of shoes because otherwise they gonna get joned in school. Are they though? Or have you just not really taught your kid to be that kid to be like, man, fuck y'all, this shit hard.
This is hard to be leaders.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a couple them so shoes. You know which ones you get them off of Amazon and they say so on the side of them, but they come in a whole bunch of different colors. They like $35. Them shoes comfortable as hell and they fly. You don't have to have name brand like that anymore.
Don't.
And so I think that's why stuff like this is starting to close down. That and y'all don't have quality anymore. I said on Instagram the other day, I said, y'all, I need to get some more business casual clothes. Like, I need business casual pants. I can't always have on jeans, and I don't always want on a t-shirt, but I don't necessarily want to be like in a blazer and a suit tie and shit like that. And guess what store in the 90s we would have went to, or in the early 2000s when the mall was popping? We would have went to the Limited, or we would have went to Express.
Okay, Express. I don't know Limited.
The Limited is basically just like a Baby Express for the younger girl.
Okay.
We would have went to those places. There is not. Somebody said that there's one in down on 17th Street, and I'll go check out and see if there's one down there. But all the stores now all carry hoe clothes.
No, I mean it's a city girl world.
Yeah, it is all city girl clothes, and it's either see-through, really thin, or really fucking short. And it's like, shouty, I don't want that. Or I don't mind paying $60 for a shirt if I know I'm gonna wash it and it's gonna last. But if this looked like it was put together by a 10-year-old, then I'm not paying $25 for that. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of get caught as a woman. You kind of get caught in this real weird area of having to do this and not necessarily wanting to when it comes to apparel. And Foot Locker is a big example of that.
I like the idea of like the flea market mall type of thing where instead of having these commercial chains in these malls, having set designers come and rent out these spaces and stuff like that, just to have a random choice, because I think that's what it is. The malls, like you said, they're outdated. No one's going to the malls like how we used. The mall used to be a thing, not just to shop, to hang out.
Like that was
during high school, like we used to go to the mall to hang out.
Is robbing the malls, so the security guards don't let y'all be in the mall. Y'all fucked everything up. Like y'all, it's y'all fault, Shody, because y'all don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. And it's because their parents don't snatch them up out the stores like they used to, or tell, like, it's just little things. I remember I could be able to say, I don't have to have money. I can go and window shop. Now you can't window shop because y'all feel like I don't have no money and I'm going to steal. Like, what?
Yeah, right.
Like, it don't make no sense. But look, we got to go ahead and go to this commercial break real quick. Oh, somebody said you got to go to Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx, or Burlington.
I love TJ Maxx.
No, and no. Because, see, if I see it on the rack and it's not in my size and I got to go like this to go find another one of these things I want, I'm mad, Shouty. I am not a shopper. I take my clothes off one time. I can't stand being in the store and the clothes don't fit and the attendant don't come and bring me the right size that I need.
TJ Maxx,
all that shit.
thrifting. I love the flipping through. You just never know what you're gonna find. Like I don't like going to stores where like there are particular items that you know what you're going for. I like going to like TJ Maxx because you just never know what you're gonna find.
Let me tell you something. I shop on Shein on Sundays. I find pieces and none of them match. I just buy random shit so that something is gonna go together eventually.
That's what online stores are, though. They're like the TJ Maxx. They're just a little category.
And that's the most I can do. I can't do it in the store. Y'all, we got to go to a break real quick. Guess what, though? We've got new music. That's right. I'm about to go ahead and drop a new one for you. So I need to see in the comment section. Let me know how you feeling about this, okay? This is Kalo with APTT right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
Shema Yisrael, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Ka, Kuma Yahweh, Weyafu, Soya Beka. Weyanusu, Misaneaka, Mipaneaka, Kahalel Yahweh. I've been banging on spirits as of lately, I'm my only refuge of safety. Hating my father, so I know you gon' hate me. Keep your spirit back to quit soldier hate. Peon don't know your past, trying to walk a narrow path. Land weak, so I walk with a staff. I need that whole truth and you don't know the half. And I'm sober now, please don't say it's the gas. I can focus on the future, I ain't worried about the wars and the rumors. I've been writing sermons to all of the shooters. Follow the story of holy nation, we ain't stunned this confederation. Yisrael, a war nation, foreign nation. Free Jacob, not Freemason. Lost in Babylon, fleeing temptation. Overthrow the government like them Haitians. I prayed up and strapped to follow the congregation. Cursed by the sweat on my brow, so they slay me. Scattered around the four corner, posted on the four corner. Drew by blood out of Torah. Atlanta, Georgia, side of Megamore. Walking with the truth, just like the journey. I came out to feel my OG name attorney. Yeah, I got a burner, but most I got that fire. He the truth and every man is a lie. I go through it like Job, I won't curse him and die. I walk down the battle screaming, not never die. Baruch Adonai, Elohei Yisrael, recognize the lion, tigers, and the bears. Lord, separate the wheat from the tear. Don't know when you coming, so I'm staying prepared. Can I steal it? Yeah, it's color the flare. Posted on the boulevard, praying for a holy war. Few chosen, many called, pride coming for the fall. Pray Yahweh stay involved, torch our deeds like stars. Writing songs just like songs, give me strength to carry on. Locks in my hair like a Nazarite. You switch when you walk like a sodomite. I'm plugged to the source, feel my spirit like a terabyte. Sound of trumpets cause I'm about to engage. They deny my peace, so I give them my pain. Take back our possessions and Armageddon. Spiritual warfare, Smith and Wesson. They try to transgress, I try to transcend. I stand on the truth like a truth. Change out my socks, then I sleep in my boots. You ABAGK, then I salute. Muslim Israelite, you know I salute. Monotheistic, dean like absolute. Angel count about me every encounter. Prostrate my body, praise the almighty power. Protecting the righteous and innocent. Study with diligence. I don't step evasive, ain't no stipulations. When is my vigilance? Break bread with my team like you shoot it. Just like you should have did. Can't trust the government, they the wig. Got a rally point and it's off the grid. Fleeing Babylon to the wilderness. Seeking righteousness, seeking rigorous. Valley dry bone like Lazarus. Kumaya Eli rise within us. Purging fire, baptized and his up. Recognize the times of March. Just Jacob. Ain't no kufars in my congregation. I'm an Aki, that my occupation. Won't take my kufi off accommodation. Ain't talking to God, call it supplication. Go within to the source through meditation. I don't do pledge of allegiance. Almighty comfort, just like a prefix. Angels, they come to my defense. Light a shot, shine like a beacon. Eat and it died, I'm about to go vegan. vegan. Blessings and curses all coming due season. We kings and priests while we copy these heathens. We not catch coronavirus. We make voodoo, not voodoo. Make it be trap, but I bang like I'm Zulu. Make you reconsider when the truth hits you. I pray the most high is crying out. They say they built walls and keep crying out. But now we really trapped in. We gon' flee to Goshen. Repent now the time approaches. Jacob trouble, time to refocus. Plays a pestilence like times of Moses. Consecration, self, you were chosen. I've been fleeing temptation and praying for patience. When you enter my chamber, smell frankincense fragrance. Sipping on sea moss and burning on sand. In the dust you return if you get in my way. The war is interior, the war is exterior. Overcoming all obstacles, they are in fear. My camo fatigue, fighting fatigue. Performing a fast, but my spirit still eat. Gotta start negativity until it depletes. I'm prepared for war, but I'm praying for peace. Comrades trained in conduct and combat. Searching for Zion till we make contact. Real Houdin, my identity got hijacked. Op ties, tribe ties, 12 tribes. Hear the shofar, then a war cry. One sword, one truth, one accord. Sold the most high before moon for. Sold the most high before going to war. I take the tour with me on the tour. All praise to the Most High, all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, all praise to the Most High. Salah.
Hi everyone, my name is Ty. I joined the book club because lately I've been working on a lot of self-development. I'm trying to push myself to actually create the life that I want. So I joined the book club as a way to help change their mindset, as a way to learn something different and something new that'll help push me there. So far, reading this first book, I can't say that it has changed the way I think, like completely. Like my perception of things now is a lot different than what it was when I started. So I'm excited, so excited to be here. I can't wait to finish this book, which is why I've been reading so many pages lately, because I want to make sure I stay on track. I want to make sure I keep up, and I'm excited to see what book comes next and excited to learn and network with everyone in the group. Have a nice Sunday. Bye.
This is Karen the Connector coming to you live here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. I'm here live every Thursday from 12 to 2 talking about what's important to you. So make sure you tune in.
All right, we're back. It is time for Boss Moves. So this Boss Moves that I have under here, I think we only got enough time to get to this one because it's going to be a good conversation. But I definitely wanted to talk with King because I wanted to get his honest opinion on it. So there is a trans ban that has been enforced, okay? The World Athletics has banned trans women from track and field running events. Okay, listen to this. World Athletics, the international governing body that sanctions competitions for sports such as track and field and cross-country running, voted on Thursday to ban virtually all transgender women from elite athletics and to tighten restrictions on intersex competitors. The new regulations take effect March 31st, on which date the body will begin excluding all male to female transgender athletes who have been through male puberty from female world rankings, making testosterone-dominant puberty a disqualifying trait, effectively bans most trans women athletes competing today from holding WA or Women's Associated sanctioned records, as very few have had the opportunity to bypass puberty through the use of blockers. So basically what they're saying is if you were born male and you started having male testosterone or male hormones introduced into your body, which you couldn't control because that's what happens when you're born male, when the hormones start kicking, it's going to start out with testosterone, and that's why your body is going to change the way it does to be more male, right? But if you started blockers at any other point after that, and you started to have the female hormones introduced, then no, you cannot participate in elite women's athletic sports. Okay? So they're only doing it for track and field yet, but the first one that comes to mind is the girl who's a swimmer. And she has, as an adult, she has started to transition and become a woman. And now she's competing in swimming events and she's a trans woman. And I don't know of off the top of my head any track athletes that are trans women, but I do know of a couple of, I know of a boxer, I know of, like I said, the swimmer, and it's somebody else that I was thinking about. But okay, so my question is, how do you feel about this? Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? Do you think this is discriminatory? Where do you fall on this?
So I know through my education in transitioning that the hormones completely like change your biology inside. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I don't personally know what effects that has as far as having an advantage, you know, from male to female or female to male, whatever the case may be. But I think I honestly think it's ridiculous. I think honestly, with well training, I do think that men have physical attributes that are, you know, a little bit more than women as far as athletic, but I do understand that there's not only one makeup of gender. You know what I mean? Like there's not only, just because you're a man don't mean you're Hercules out here and your physique is that. And with the many different, you know, ways, you know, you can be a man or whatever defines you as that, whatever the case may be. I feel like once transitioning into the other gender, I feel like that takes a huge part in the anatomy of who you are, which takes play in how you maneuver as an athlete. So I don't think it's, I don't know if they're discriminating, if I would say they're discriminating, but I do think that, again, this is something that they're making a little bit too much of a big deal about, that not other people are making big deals.
Well, no, a lot of people making a big deal about it, and it's a lot of the athletes that are feeling as though it's unfair, that there typically is a unfair advantage. And as a woman, I can see how that is, but more so, the first thought that I continue to have is, why did we separate the sexes in sports in the first place? If there wasn't a difference between how men compete and how women compete, or if there wasn't a difference between the structural makeup of a man's body and a woman's body, then why did we have to have women's sports and men's sports? Otherwise, we would just have sports, right? If it's no different, then we shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Well, women weren't allowed to do many things when sports was.
But why? But why? Because they were saying.
But they were also allowed to vote and a lot of other things. So that goes into other things.
But again,
not
that's
just
because patriarchy believed or convinced the world that we weren't able to, because we were different, because we were a different sex.
So with that being said, why can't we move on? If we moved past that in other aspects as women's rights to be equal, what is the difference here in sports?
Because you're not changing all of the aspect of it. You're just allowing one aspect of it to change. If that's the case, if we're really changing it and we're saying that it doesn't matter your makeup, and that it doesn't matter that if you've changed over time or if you were born like that, then automatically there should no longer be a men's division and a women's division.
What is transitioning? Transitioning is that you're the reason why it's called transition is because you're literally doing that. You're literally transitioning your body from one to another. Like, at least.
But if your body started off, okay, so
it's gonna deconstruct.
No, not deconstruct, because no matter what, your bone structure as a man is different.
But that doesn't mean. But again, that doesn't mean that you're stronger than a woman.
But it can mean that you're stronger than a woman, physically. But
the hormones will break that down.
But that also can depend on when you started the hormones. If you started the hormones as a 25-year-old male, if you started at 25 compared to starting it at 12, you're going to have a completely different structure.
Yeah, but it still does the same. It still does the same concept as far as breaking it down. But you've already been
building your body, or you've already been
no, but not as a man
person.
Though, because if you feel trans, you're not just that by your body. You're that mentally.
Starts being trans mentally at the same time. Now
you're trans. You're trans your whole life.
No, we got some 80-year-old men that's deciding that they want to be trans.
They're not deciding that they want to be trans now. What they're doing is they feel accepted to come out now. My mother is not trans, but she is a gay woman. She came out at almost 50 years old, not because she just decided, hey, I'm a gay woman. She's been a gay woman.
So
she just felt accepted to be coming out.
So what I'm saying is not the mental part of it. What I'm saying is
but we can't separate the mental part of it, because that's the part of it.
I'm talking about only physiology.
But we can't just talk about one without the other. If we're talking about trans, it comes up both.
But I'm talking about sport. I'm talking about athletics. I'm talking about the physical.
And I understand that,
because athletics is building your body a certain way so that you can be the best of the best. But if I'm being classified the best of the best upon people that are like me, if you have not started out like me, then you are automatically different, and that could cause an advantage. It can. And you can't say that it's not, because there's a young lady out there, and I know that this is true. There's a young lady out there that she was born woman. She was born a woman. She lives her life as a woman. But the athletic board says that because her body produces more testosterone than most women do, that she's disqualified. So how is it that she can be disqualified and she's using the word with quotation marks?
You just said it's producing testosterone when you transition. That's why I say, I'm not saying, I understand the standpoint of having, but we can't just take one aspect of it and just go off of that to make our point. Being trans is not just a physical aspect. You have to look at the whole perception of it, the whole aspect of it, in order to have that. You can't just say, okay, yes, trans, but just because the physicality of it, that's why. But you take away the mental, the this and that, because they're living their life as a woman. So even they're still living their life as a woman athlete. So with taking the hormones at the same time is breaking down at the same time as they're constructing. So yes, they may have a different anatomy as far as if they started off when they were 25 versus whatever the case would be. And maybe meeting you in the middle, maybe there should be a grace period of when, or maybe that should be the testosterone, depending on how much testosterone you're producing.
But once testosterone has been introduced to your body, it already has changed. It's already changed. It doesn't. The testosterone doesn't like change back. But okay, hold on. Let me say this. I'll give you a prime example of how I'm trying to explain this. Caitlyn / Kris Jenner. I mean, not Kris. What was Caitlyn's name before she was Caitlyn? I don't know her. I only remember her as Caitlyn now. Jesus.
Well, I was gonna say Kris Jenner.
Yeah, Kris is the wife.
Yeah. We know him. Bruce.
Bruce. There we go. When Bruce was the fastest man alive at one point in time in this world, he trained as a man. He had the testosterone flowing through his body. Yes, mentally he might have believed that he wanted to live his outward life looking like what he believed on the inside. But for however long, this man has been a grown man, and then he decided to take hormones to transition to be female. If Bruce decided that he wanted to be Caitlyn and then decided as Caitlyn he wanted to be
when he decided that he's not in sports, he's too old to do the things that. But that can't, because he
can, because I'm trying to show you how somebody could choose to transition after they've already been in a physical form of a man for however long. if you're automatically thinking about children, or if you're automatically thinking that somebody transitioned at the very point or the very earliest stage that they could, that's not the person that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the person who has lived their life in a physical man form for years, long enough to have had that testosterone introduced to their body and really have affected who they are. And then you introduce the other transitional drugs to change. You can't tell me, especially a boxer. The boxing one is the one that really throws me the hell off, because you can't tell me that physical male boxer isn't going to do,
it says here that hormones
do more damage.
Yeah, but hormones do reduce the levels of testosterone in your thing, and it does that. That's what it's for.
But if I've never had the amount of testosterone that you possibly could have had,
but that's first we're going against that doesn't always happen, and you can't just pick out the little few out the many that happens to most,
and the
majority.
If you're join the conversation, if you're within earshot and you can join in, you're not at work. The phone number is 404-254-4347, or put your comments in the comment section and we will definitely we'll read them out, and we want you guys to be a part of this conversation too. Go ahead.
No,
and I love to be able to have a debate with somebody.
Of course. I love you, Sunshine. Yeah, of course.
Because I know you're not taking what I'm saying as homophobic, but more so as just convince me and make it make
sense. And these conversations need to be had for people to understand on both ends.
Definitely.
On both ends.
And that's why I wanted to have it with you, because I knew we could be respectful and you could still be passionate about how you felt, and I can still be passionate about how I feel. And even if we don't meet at the minds, or even if we don't agree, after this is over, we still cool.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And that's I need that to be said to people, because a lot of people can't debate.
They can't.
They cannot debate.
This world, you can't have an opinion no more.
Right.
You cannot have an opinion without people having their panties in a bunch. Good Lord.
You found something. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, with certain there's hormones that does reduce the testosterone level, and in most cases with trans people, that is what's happening with their body, versus if it's woman to man or man to woman, whatever the case may be. So in the case of, yes, I'm 25 years old, 30 years old, I'm in sports, and I feel like I want to transition. I've been in sports my whole life, teenager, so I've been exercising, I've been lifting weights, I've been doing everything that a man would do, right, in order to be. But now I'm taking these hormones, which is causing not only a mental but a physical reaction in my body, which is breaking down testosterone, which is making things softer, which is causing breast, right? Because that's what hormones do. I know that were born biological men that have naturally grown
bigger titties than me.
Titties, whatever case may be. So you're breaking down the testosterone. So yes, I do believe that they're able to play sports because the anatomy is literally rewiring for it to be the anatomy of a female. Now, do I agree in certain aspects? Like, let's say, like you stated, let's say Bruce, not at the age of Bruce, let's say a boxer, right? Let's say, Muhammad Ali at his prime wanted to transition, right? At his prime.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm just
I could okay, girl. Like, no.
But bruh. We ain't gonna do that.
We not.
Or did you see the basketball player? The and I hate to say the guy who but if I still see you look like a real boy, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me to agree with you playing sports and you 6'12", you know what I'm saying? Got a wingspan of 85 inches and you playing with these 5'3" girls. Like, bruh, what is going on? Like, and I think for a lot of women, what we're not saying and what we're actually feeling is that in some of these cases, we feel like that person is using this as a way to take advantage of the situation. You might not have been the best of the best if you would have competed against people like you, and again, quotation marks, like you, but you can be the best of the best if you compete against somebody that you have a underlining physical advantage over.
Are there people trying to manipulate the system? Sure,
absolutely.
I'm sure that there is.
Fucking it up for everybody else.
But do I think that's the majority? I just think that that's what people look at to defend the fact of what their feelings are.
Nobody know nobody's heart. For real. And when it's competition, you ain't really trying if you ain't cheating.
But you know what? This is only a conversation. This is only a conversation, like we said, from men to women, but not women to men.
And why is that? Because in men's sports, you're not going to believe that a woman is going to have the advantage over the man.
So if Layla Ali came up and wanted to transition into a man, you don't think she can square up with the best of them?
I think Layla Ali is Layla Ali, and she gonna square up with any nigga as Layla Ali. But would I put Layla Ali against Riddick Bowe or Mike Tyson, even transitioning as a man? Fuck no.
That would be two different weight classes, but in her same weight class, yes.
I don't know nobody in Layla's weight class. But,
I would.
But no, I wouldn't. I don't think her jaw would be able to take the same kind of. No, I don't. No, I don't. And maybe that's because I've been convinced, or I've been propagandized to believe that a woman isn't stronger than a man, or in those situations that no, it wouldn't work. But yeah, I unfortunately, that's the truth. I'm not going to sit up here and believe that I'm an elevated creature like that. I'm not. I do believe y'all stronger than us. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I believe there are things that we can do that y'all can do? Yes. But do I believe that everything that y'all can do, we can do the best or better? There are anomalies, but on a average scale, nah, Shawty, you pick up this 50 pounds of shit. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I cannot move the couch. Yes. Should I move the couch? Probably not. My body structure probably ain't gonna be able to move this couch the same way your body structure would. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, it could be
I disagree.
Of it.
I think it is the propaganda, and we put all these dressings on it to make it, sound, to make it taste right.
Teacher Anitra says, it does seem to have a Joanna Man's vibes. I think you should compete in the sex in which you were born.
Yeah, but some people don't feel the sex that they were born. So why shouldn't they feel to follow their dreams and their and
you're still following your dreams, and you still can portray.
So how can I be a trans woman playing for the LA Lakers? How is that work?
And that's why I say okay, and that's it. So if that's where we are now in society, right? If that's where our thinking has gotten now in society, then we no longer need to separate the sexes.
Then possibly we don't.
We don't need to separate the sexes, and because I'm cool with it. If you saying it like that, I'm absolutely cool with it. But then if that's the case, it just need to be basketball, not the WNBA and the NBA. It just need to be basketball.
No, I agree.
I need to see Lisa Leslie on the same team with Jordan. Let's go.
That shit would be hard.
And it would be.
It would be hard.
Really still believe
because
that
the women's sports are underrated.
And
who watches WNBA?
Not I said the coochie.
Not many people.
But I would pay to see Cheryl Swoops go up against Muggsy.
We only know about Brittany Griner because of the politics of it. Because we didn't know who the hell she was before that.
So I like this conversation. I really do. I like this conversation. I think, and being all honest with you, just all honest, so that there's nobody out there that's like, this bitch is homophobic. No, I'm not homophobic by a long stretch. I when it comes to the athletic portion of it, that's where I have a hard stance. But baby, come pee in the bathroom with me if you got to pee. I really don't care. Dress up, be however you want to be. I don't care. If you want to be a teacher, be a teacher. I don't care. If you want to do whatever you want to do. I am a firm believer in live and let live. Just don't tell me what I am. That what you ain't gonna do. You ain't gonna tell me what I am, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I am what I am, and I'm gonna let you be what you be, and we Gucci. But when it comes to sports, now we get a little. Hold on, I hate to use the we get a little testy here.
No, we do.
You know what I'm saying? Now wait a minute. Now we're talking about sports. Now I got a little opinion about it, but everything else, I'm kind of just like, I am where I am with it. I also, and just, this is me. You be whoever you want to be, but this is me. I also believe that if a person has to be 21 to smoke cigarettes, get a tattoo, go to war, different things like that, I believe before you start taking anything to change your body, that you should be at a mature mental state.
I do agree. I do agree with transitioning. Anything medical, I think you should wait.
Yeah.
But I do agree with taking the steps as far as transitioning. And I mean, if you are going to do anything medically, I think you should go and get therapy, and you have to go get that anyway. But I think that's the first couple steps, just to make sure that this is what you want, because there are people now detransitioning.
Right, exactly. And so because of that, I really feel like I'm in total agreement. You got to live like this, doing the hard work first before you make it easy on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that transitioning is easy. I'm just saying you're going to have to suck it and tuck it, tape it down, flip it back to the back.
Just to make sure that this is what you want to do. That's all that is. That's all that is. Because
being
honestly,
a girl ain't easy, and being a guy ain't
easy at all.
And if you think being something else is gonna make this life easy,
you know what?
You coming with a whole different set of
TikTok
problems.
before I know we gotta go off soon, but there's a TikTok that's going around, and I'm pro trans, right? Trans rights and all that, but it did make me think, right? Because what she said. So with this whole, non-gender conformity and gender norms being whatever, she was like, it's so funny how we say that there's more, either there's no such thing as gender or there's more than just two genders, but when we go to get our gender, surgery done, you're only choosing two genders.
One or two genders.
And when you think about it like that,
it makes you start.
It makes you start. Like, because how can you say there's more?
Then what else you gonna get? What you gonna go ask?
I was gonna leave that there, but I don't know. I'm a critical thinker, so that did be like.
And I'm gonna tell you, for me, when people be like, "There's no such thing as gender," my brain always revert to the same thing. Well, how you pee then? To me, gender is how you pee, not how you have sex. Gender is how you pee. Everybody gotta pee. How do you pee? Do you sit down or do you stand up? That's what I'm calling you. How you pee? To me, that's not what sexuality is. Sexuality.
Right. I was gonna say, gay guys, we're not talking to you. We know you like to sit down.
But how you pee? That's gender. Boys pee like this. Girls pee like this. That's what we
pee all over the toilet.
Yeah.
No, actually, working the club, I found out girls pee on the toilet too.
Man, but that's because we drunk and the squirt, we can't control it if we not sitting on the toilet. That's why we pee on the toilet. It has nothing to do with it. Because we drunk and we trying to hover. We gotta engage the Meg Thee Stallion needs to go pee. That's not fair. Y'all get to stand up straight and just do like that. That's why.
And they don't wipe the seat. And don't wipe the seat.
Because the seat nasty.
You did the nasty.
It was nasty before I got. Anyways, y'all. That's our show. We gotta go, but I want you to stay tuned to the Hits 92.3 platform. Why do I want you to stay tuned? Because up next we have the Royal Couch Radio with King and with Extra. Yeah. And it's a really, really great show. And so I want you guys to stay tuned. Thank you so much for having a great conversation with us today. Hopefully I motivated the fuck out of you today, because that was a very big part of the show. And I will be editing that down and putting that on YouTube as always. You can always go back to allhustlenofear.com. Like I said, by the 31st, baby, I'm raising these prices. I kick Rochelle ass. She not going to be controlling my pricing no more. So if you want to get in on the cheap ski, because that's exactly what it is, because I'm about to put it to where it's supposed to be. Okay? All right? This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Oh, before we go, I got a gift for you.
Oh.
You ready? Here it is. So look, here's an All Hustle No Fear toothbrush.
Oh, cool.
So you can keep my name in your mouth.
Oh. I love that. Yeah, I love that.
And I also got one for your boo thing, because I know y'all is a pack.
Oh, and he loves green.
This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends. That's it.